Hi and welcome back. Today we are inside Alex's living room. Okay, as it's the day after Alex's birthday, he will reveal which new army he bought for his birthday after our battle. Thank you very much for all the clarifications regarding the rules. We misinterpreted things we played wrong. Thanks to David Bunter and Gernot Hutter, who helped us very much. And we'd also like to say hello. We haven't found the right buttons yet to add other channels showing Warhammer 40k and Warhammer Fantasy to the community area of our channel. We'd like to thank Crown of Command, Fabhammer, 10 Island Gaming, Mountain Minis, DM Gashbed, Bunker Gaming, Miscast Table, as well as Triple Crown Wargaming. And Bring and Battle, although, to be honest, I don't know if they enjoy our Warhammer Fantasy games. Okay, and there's another thing I got wrong last time. Most of my minis are going to workshops, some of them are Harlequin, and this one, our now painted army commander of the Goblins, is neither Reaper nor Excalibur. It's Forlorn Hope Games, but it's a really great model. I even enjoyed painting very much. Okay, on to our armies for today.
Hi guys, I'd like to present you my 1000 point of Dark Elves. The small war host is led by Sorceress Morgana. She is a level 2 sorceress and has the lore of black magic, and we already rolled for the spells, and she got the signature spell, and I don't know exactly how it is called in English because we have the German army book, but it's if I would translate it word by word, it means something as Sword Storm. It's the third spell of the lore of black magic. For my units, I have 10 dark shards with their crossbows, and they include a musician as well. Furthermore, for my core units, I have 20 Corsairs. They do have a complete command group, meaning a champion, a standard bearer, and a musician. And they all carry an additional hand weapon, so they will increase their attacks by 1. Furthermore, from the core section, I have a small unit of 5 Dark Riders who have also their crossbows. From the elite section, I have a small unit of 5 Knights on Cold Ones. In almost, I think, every battle we played with the Dark Elves, they always pass their stupidity check successfully, but if it really counts, if they don't want to charge or want to charge or do whatever in some crucial situation, they always failed the stupidity test. It was really quite funny up to now, but let's see how they do in today's battle. And furthermore, my last unit is a War Hydra, which counts as a monster. Okay, these are exactly 1000 points. And now Marcus will present you his Orcs and Goblins. But I think I can see only one Orc if I'm not too short-sighted. But Marcus will present you his army in a minute.
Okay, and these are my exactly 999 points of goblins. The first one is a goblin chariot. I've got a stone thrower, a second goblin chariot, my doom diver, my wizard, my army commander on his giant spider, another goblin boss as my battle standard bearer, and I've got 2 regiments of night goblins with a certain amount of
Fanatics.
Yep. In each, and netters in each, and both of them have got full command. As you might have noticed, this army list slightly differs from the last one, because after the valuable feedback of David Gunther and Gernot Hutter, we found out that you can't do parries with a shield if you've got mounted models. So I left out my Forest Goblin Spider Riders and left out some normal night goblins and reduced the amount of fanatics and just added a second goblin chariot because the impact hits are great, and increased the mastery level of my wizard from 1 to 2 and added 1 or 2 things for my army commander. And that's it.
Speaking of the mastery level, could you tell us the spells you got?
I rolled 3 and 4 and kept them. The first one is 3 is itchy somewhat. Yeah. It forces the afflicted enemy unit to reduce their movement and initiative by up to D6, and number 4 makes my enemy re-roll their to hit, to wound and armor save rolls for 1 turn if they score 6s. That's okay for me.
I'd like to present you the deployment of the Dark Elves. On my right flank are the Dark Riders, beside them the Hydra. Behind the fence are my Dark Shards, including the Sorcerers. Left of them are the 20 Corsairs, and on my left flank are the 5 Gold ones. Yeah, that's the deployment of my army. And we just switch the side of the battlefield, and I'll be facing a lot of green stuff on the other side of the battlefield.
So my army is between 2 goblin chariots, and we've got support weapons right next to them. Here we've got our Doom Diver, whereas at the other side of the table there's a Stone Thrower. My army commander is waiting, maybe he's able to flank charge somebody, and in the middle is the first regiment of my small goblins, my night goblins, with the battle standard bearer over there. So I think they even might benefit from the army commander's leadership. It's a normal goblin. I didn't use a night goblin, and both of them might surely benefit from the re-roll for leadership tests because of the battle standard bearer. Okay, let's hope some of them will survive.
Let's just roll for the beginning.
Yep.
Because I
deployed first.
Completed my deployment way earlier than Marcus. I got +1. Okay, I have 3. Marcus got 3 as well, so we have to roll again. Okay, I've got 1, +1 is 2. Okay, then the Orcs and Goblins start the battle.
Okay, and I'll be back after my movement and the animosity rules.
Oh.
Okay. My Goblin chariots advanced a little. They just moved forwards, let's say 1 inch, whereas my support weapons remained in order to be able to shoot. We've skipped the magic phase because both of my spells have a range of 24 inches, so it would have been useless. Let's go on with shooting. The first thing I'd like to do is to use my Stone Thrower. exactly on your champion. I hope for a hit, but I think it'll scatter.
Oh, misfire.
Misfire is
That's
bad.
not good, I think.
So it won't shoot. Oh.
It's one on the misfire card.
It's gone.
Really?
Yeah. The smaller the number rolled,
The worst result.
yeah, the worse, and 1 I think means that it is immediately destroyed. That's a severe blow because I could have used it because of its...
But do they lob the rock onto your army commander as well on a 1?
Don't think so, but it's destroyed for sure. The best thing would have been 5 or 6.
Okay.
Cannons, and here we've got...
But is it not in your army book?
Here it is, the chart. 1 is destroyed.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 to 3 would have been damaged, whereas 4 to 6 would only have been
Can't shoot in this. Okay.
Mustn't shoot in this turn. Okay, that's really bad.
Okay. That's nice.
Okay,
First
and,
casualties.
and my Doom Diver will try. I'll use it, at least the first shot, until this one destroys itself onto your knights riding cold ones.
Okay.
Take the one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So 6, that's great because I may roll a d6 and move it any direction I want. Yeah. So it's nearly just 2 inches away and therefore it will be touched, yeah, by the small one if I position it there. So the unit gets the 6 strength 5 hits, armor piercing with no armor save allowed, only ward saves. So I hope for a 6. Yep, that's really great. Strength 5 versus toughness 3. 2, 3, 4, 5. Should be on 2s. Oh, 3 ones, you're lucky, Alex.
Okay, so 3 are dead or?
3 are dead and a break test if they aren't immune.
No, they pass it.
Yeah. So 2 are left, which are the champion in the standard. Yeah, and that's it. We've got short bows, but I think the distance isn't enough to get them. It's only 16 for stuff like that. No. Okay, and that's it for my first round.
Okay, guys, that's the end of the first movement phase of the Dark Elves. The Cold Ones have changed their formation in order to face towards the rushing chariot.
Mm-hmm.
The Corsairs move 6 inches towards the enemy lines. The crossbow dark shards remain stationary. The Hydra and the Dark Riders move slightly towards the enemy. And we skip the magic phase because they have nothing in range for my sorceress. In the shooting phase, the only unit which can shoot at the moment are my Dark Riders, and they use their crossbows to shoot at the chariot, and they will hit on 5s. So they have 4 hits in total.
Or maybe they get another -1 for multiple shots, I'm not sure. I think it's -1 for long distance.
Yeah, and multiple shots.
Multiple shots and for moving.
But they are light
Okay.
cavalry, I think they can...
So let's say 5. Yeah.
4 hits.
4 hits. You've got strength
3.
chariot, and I've got toughness 4 and 3 wounds and a 5+ save.
So we're wounding on 5s.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3
3
wounds.
of them. Yeah.
And they have armor piercing, the bolts.
So my 5+ becomes 6+, and I need one of these, otherwise I'm dead. Yeah, luckily 2, so I've got 1 wound. Oh, it's a bad start. I hope I can charge you and do some impact hits at least before I go.
Okay. There's no hand-to-hand combat yet.
Yeah.
So I think that's the end of the first turn of the Dark Elves.
Okay, that's the end of my second movement phase. The chariots would have needed around 18. Really high roll, so I avoided it. They remained, whereas my 2 regiments of Night Goblins advanced. So the magic phase is next, and afterwards we've got some shooting from our Doom Diver and the crews of the chariots with their short bows. Let's roll for the magic phase. Just 3, that's not much. I
try to channel. No. So I got 2 dice and you got 1. 3.
Okay, I use all of my 3 dice to do the itchy stuff which reduces the movement onto the cold ones.
Okay, and does the spell remain in play, or is it only until your next magic phase in play?
Yeah, until my next magic phase.
And you need an
8.
8, okay.
I've got 2. That's great. So now I've got...
So it's cast.
I roll 1 more for the mushrooms.
Okay.
So these were 2, 2, 2, 4, and 3 are 7, plus 2 is 9, and there's another roll, which is a 6, 9, now we've got 15.
Okay, I try to
just try.
Cancel the power because...
Nothing can happen to you.
I've got 12.
And I had 15.
Okay,
so,
then it's cast.
Okay, so I roll a d6, and the roll means it's the same as your initiative and movement characteristic is reduced. I rolled 3, so now you've probably only got a movement of 5 left and won't be able to charge my chariot. I think that was okay. Okay, on we go with shooting. We haven't forgotten the animosity rule. Both rolled pretty high and were unaffected. Okay, let's do shooting over there. The 3 goblins will use their short bows. They've got a ballistic skill of 3, so they hit on a 4+. Long range, they hit on a 5+. And they didn't move, so it's all 5s. 2 hit, strength 3 versus toughness 3 is 4+. One of them, and you've got a 2+ armor save probably.
Yeah, it's saved.
Okay. And the others are trying their luck with the Dark Riders. 3 hits, that's great. Strength toughness in a case of 4+, only 1. And you've got a save of probably 4.
Yeah, it's saved.
Yeah. Okay, on we go with...
No, they have only light armor.
Then it's maybe dead.
But with a 6 he saved.
I don't think I have armor piercing or stuff like that. It's just short push, just strength 3, so it's no -1.
They have shields as well, but as we know now, they won't.
It helps against
save.
It helps against shooting, but not in close combat, because if you're fighting with a 2-handed weapon.
No, the shield doesn't save from shooting.
Yeah, you can't parry.
Yeah.
But it counts towards your armor against shooting.
It's sure, but you can't parry with it.
So, and
your Doom Diver?
Next we've got our Doom Diver. I'm torn between them, and them. I think the Hydra is too tough. So, I think these pose the greatest threat at the moment, so it's onto the head of this one. 10 over there, and I can only, any soul, just because of a 6, it's over there somewhere. And that's it, the end of my second turn.
Okay guys, that's the end of the second turn of the Dark Elf, the movement phase. In fact, only the cold ones moved 1 inch backwards because they have the spell on them that they can't move anymore, so I decided to get out of range of the short bows from the chariot at least. The rest remains stationary because I really fear the fanatics, which are probably within the Night Goblins. And we rolled already for the magic phase. I rolled 10 to 5s and I successfully channeled, so I have 11 dice in total and Marcus got only 5 die. We already checked the distance. My sorceress is within 24 inch of the
regiment.
Night Goblin regiments, and she tries to perform the sword or the Storm of Swords. I don't know the third spell of the Black Magic, and I choose to use 5 dice. Okay, I've got 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, and because it's a spell of the Black Magic, she gets an additional +1. So it's
15.
4. No, 15 in total, exactly.
And what was your other spell?
It's also a Doom Bolt.
Okay.
I will translate it. It's also a spell which causes 2d6 hits with a strength of 5.
Okay, that's a lot.
So it's 15.
Yeah.
Do we try to dispel?
Yeah, let's use all of my dice, I think. Let's dispel this one for sure. And maybe... Yep, I think that's enough. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Okay. That's dispelled. Then I use my other spell, the Doom Bolt, let's call it. I use 4 dice.
Yep. Maybe roll 4 once. No, not.
It's 9, 10, 13, but yeah,
Don't do so.
Passed successfully.
Yep.
So they will receive 2d6 hits with a strength of 5. So 9 hits in total.
9 hits. So I hope for a lot of ones.
I think they will wound on 2+. So 8 dead.
Okay.
From the regiment. From this one.
From this one?
Yeah.
3.
That's 25%.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
But they can roll
For the
using their army commander's leadership
you can reroll.
and twice.
You can reroll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
They passed their test, and that was the magic phase.
Yep. A successful one. Yeah.
Onto the
Shooting phase.
Then I try to shoot with the first roll, because when they're within 24 inch of the sorcerer's that they can shoot as well. So that means they have 8 shots from the 4 normal guys, and 2 shots from... Oh no, they have no champion.
Okay. So you've got 10.
Yeah, 10 shots.
10 at -2 for long range and multiple shots.
This is skill of 4, meaning they will hit on 3+.
Yeah. So it's on
and
5.
multiple shots, 4+, and range 5+.
Yeah.
Okay, on this regiment as well. 5s to hit. So only 3 hits.
And I've got toughness
Strength
3, I
3
think.
versus toughness 3, wounding on 4s. So 2 more dead.
You've got a minus somewhat.
They have armor piercing.
Okay.
No, they have French 3, so no armor piercing, but -1 due to armor piercing.
No. And I don't have... I've only got my shield. So armor piercing is enough.
So 2 more gone. Okay. And then on to my Dark Riders. They try to shoot again at the chariot. Hitting on 5s. So 5 hits in total. And wounding on 4s.
No, I think I've...
Fives, so
Yeah.
toughness 4, okay. Wounding on 5s, so 2 more wounds.
Mhm.
And you do have your, I think, 6 up armor
Yep.
save because of the armor piercing.
And I think we need one of them to be successful.
Okay.
No. Okay, so the chariot is
Excellent.
down.
Chariot is wiped out.
Oh, that's bad. I would have needed the D6 impact, D6 plus 1.
Okay, and that is the end of the second turn of the Dark Elves.
That's the end of my third movement phase. They moved ahead because I think Alex might, or the Dark Elves might be wearing me down with their magic and with their shooting. So it's time to advance a little. As well as my army commander, he also moved a little towards the enemy. They also moved to be able to shoot their arrows, their short bows, at the remaining knights riding the cold ones, although they are heavily armored. And the most important thing is this one afterwards, trying maybe to kill them for sure, or maybe the other riders before they can advance. But now we've got our magic phase first. We've had a 5 and a 1. I've channeled once, so I've got 7 dice and Alex got 5. The first one I'd like to do is to retry with 4 dice, to retry the one which reduces your movement and initiative, but this time I'll try and use it onto the Dark Riders.
Are they in the range?
It's 24. No, but it's no use using it on the Hydra, so I'll use it once more onto them.
Okay.
Okay.
With how many dice?
4. That's more
That's
than I need. I only need 8. So I've got 2 plus 6 is 8. 13, 17 plus 4 is 21. And I've got to eat a mushroom. 22, 23.
Okay, I think I can't dispel it. It's too high.
Okay, and because this has worked, I have to roll, and on a roll of 5 or 6, I may steal one of your dispel dice. No? Okay. So on we go with the next one. The next one makes a unit within 24 inches re-roll all of its to hit, to wound, and armor saves in which it scored 6s. And I'd like to work this onto maybe them. Maybe they succeed in getting me in close combat. Or onto these ones because they can shoot. Let's take these ones.
The dark shots?
Yeah.
Okay.
3 dice. I only need 8. I've got 7.
Try to dispel it.
Level 8, 9.
No, I think I have
Plus
to spell it.
another d6 weight for my mushroom.
Okay.
Maybe it's a 6. So now I've got 10, 11, 12, 13. But you've got more.
I've got 22.
Yeah.
Okay, it's dispelled.
So, and all we've left are shooting over there and over there. Let's start with the more important one. First of all, I'd like to reduce the amount of... Is it the riders or them? It's them. Say on this one,
Decision?
I hope for a hit this time. There's a hit, that's great.
4 inches
Now we've
towards.
got, no, but it's a hit. So now we've got D6, strength 5 hits with armor piercing. Yeah, 6, that's great. That's really great. 2, 3, 6. Now let's hope for no ones. I'd be glad with 6 twos. Oh, 1. But 5 should be dead at -3.
Okay, they have a 6 up. Ward save
Okay.
against war machines. Is it a war machine? I don't know.
Well, it says it says no armor saves allowed.
No, it's a ward save. They have a banner or an icon.
Okay, so let's...
The icon of iron. It allows a ward save against war machines.
Just roll.
I just roll. Maybe I don't
Yeah.
score a 6, then it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay, so then
Okay,
5
5
are done.
done.
And you have to roll a leadership test.
Yeah.
You're fine. But, das ist natürlich echt Mist. This doesn't reduce the amount of shots because there's still
The first row
as
can
many
still shoot.
people left in the first row as there were last time when they killed lots of goblins.
Yeah, then the chariot has
Yeah.
moved.
Okay. We can measure just to be sure, but it said 18 inches.
Yeah. Okay.
So 3 of them, but only on 5s. No.
Okay, none of
still
them.
one.
Okay,
No.
that's the end of your turn.
And on we go with your third.
Movement phase of the third turn of the Dark Elves. My cold ones, because they're reduced in initiative, movement and so on, they...
No, it's only
Just
up
move.
to the end of my phase.
Yeah, but you cast the spell
but-
again this
Yeah,
round.
but not for the...
So they just
Oh.
moved slightly back. The courses as well, they remain stationary. The Hydra turned a little bit, facing towards the center of the battlefield, whereas the Dark Riders marched. They're quite fast, and because they're light cavalry, they can even shoot at the Doomdiver now.
Much too close to my Doomdiver.
Okay, then onto the magic phase. We already rolled the Winds of Magic.
Mhm.
As the round before of the Dark Elves, I rolled 2 5s, so I got 10
Yeah.
dice. Marcus got 5 dice,
Mhm.
of course, and none were able to channel the powers. So once again, I try with 5 dice on this unit, the Storm of Blades,
Which one is it? The one with the...
where you have to, for each model in the target unit, you have to roll for below your weapon skill,
Below your weapon skill.
or
Okay.
equal, you have to pass
Yeah.
a weapon skill test, and otherwise you receive strange forwards with
Mhm.
armor piercing.
So let's
Okay,
go
let's
for 2
try.
6s.
Okay, that's 10, 15, 17, 18, 20, 21.
Oh, that's a lot.
Is cast successfully.
Yeah. I've got 5 dice plus 2. No, I try.
Okay, 21, the value to beat. Okay, that's 11, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Plus 2 is 21.
Okay, then it's dispelled exactly.
Pooh.
And I use the Doom Bolt
Yeah.
unit as well.
Oh, that's enough.
8, 12, yeah.
Mhm.
14, 15, it's cast successfully, and I rolled
So another
2
2d6.
same value, so I got
Okay.
the law attribute after the spell is worked out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the unit gets again 2d6 hits with
Mhm.
strength of 5, meaning 7.
That's a lot. Okay.
7 times 2 plus, so 5 are dead. And because I rolled two times the same dice, they receive 2d6 hits with a strength of 1.
Mhm. Okay, just roll.
So 10. Okay, the strength 1 versus toughness 3.
Mhm.
It's probably 6s.
Yeah. It might work, just roll.
Okay,
Yeah, strength 1 against toughness 3, 6s.
so 3 more dead.
1, 2, 3. So
Okay.
no rank bonuses left for me
The leadership
until
test.
I get into your Corsairs. Yeah.
Okay, which they do pass. Okay, then on to the shooting phase. The dark shots, there's only 1 row left, but nevertheless they have 10 shots in total. and try to hit this unit as well. With
So
a
they'll hit on 5s.
4 again on 5s. Oh, that's not so bad. So 6 hits.
And strength toughness 4+.
Force the wound. So 3 more down. And finally I try to shoot with the Dark Riders against the Doomdiver catapult. Because they are light cavalry, they can shoot even if they march.
But this time it's toughness 7, so I'll be...
Toughness 7?
Yeah. Because it's a war machine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can roll it, we'll see. Maybe the 6s will do.
Now, I do have to hit, first of all. Normally they will hit on 3s.
Yep.
So they multiple shots on 4s. And shooting because of movement -1, so on 5s.
10 times.
Okay, they hit 3 times.
And on 6s.
6s to wound. Yeah!
Yeah, single one. And which is your strength?
3.
But they don't have a save.
But our pierce.
Yeah, it's no save, it's just toughness 7 and 3 wounds. So I've got 1 wound.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the end of my 3rd turn, and we'll be back at the end of the movement phase, I think, of the 4th turn of the Goblin Horde.
Not scary. Okay, the end of my 4th movement phase. The chariot advanced a little. Now should be within range for its short bows. They marched towards the Corsairs, and this regiment moved just a little and is hidden behind the other regiment. My army commander marched towards the Dark Riders, and this one remained where it is in order to be able to shoot. Okay, we've already rolled for the magic phase. It was a 3 and a 1. I couldn't channel more.
Why?
Yeah. So I've got 4 dice, you've got 3. I'll use all of my 4 dice on... Yeah. It's the psychic power number 4, and I'm going to use it onto your Corsairs. The 4 normal dice and the additional one.
What does it make?
So you have to re-roll all your to hit, to wound and armor rolls, which you scored a 6.
In which round?
I think it's till the next magic
next
phase.
Magic phase. So because there's no hand-to-hand combat this round, it doesn't matter. I try to dispel it. Maybe I got 2 6s. Yeah, with total power. Very good.
Okay.
Okay, that was the magic phase. On to the shooting phase. Your chariot can shoot and your Doomdiver.
Okay, the first 3 shots fired. This time I'll fire them. They've got a worse armor than the knights. 5 hits.
1 hit.
4 plus. No.
Okay.
And on we go. Let's target. Well, they will be killed by my army commander for sure. So I'll target. I'm torn between the Corsairs and your crossbowmen, the dark shards. Okay, let's do them.
Hold the position again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe it's another hit. No, 6. But I may 4. Yeah. So I'm back 4.
Here.
And as soon as my as the base touches the unit itself gains D6, strength 5, armor piercing. Okay, let's hope for a high roll. 6.
You always roll 6s for the Doomdiver.
It's
As bad as the rock number was, the Doomdiver always.
It's a kind of benefit for the bad magic rolls. So we've got 6 hits at strength 2 plus. Strength toughness. Yeah.
Okay,
all
so
of them.
The iron icon.
So 6 would be dead.
So 2 survive, so 4 dead.
And you have to take a break test.
So all except the musician.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the magic and shooting phase. There's no close combat left.
Not yet.
Not yet. And you forgot to roll for your animosity test.
Okay. I'll re-roll it. And the second one.
No. Okay. Then we'll be back at the end of my 4th turn. Okay, guys. That's the end of the 4th turn of the Dark Elves movement phase. A lot of things happened. My Cold One Knights charged the chariot successfully, and it was exactly split between the 2 Cold Ones if they're on front or rank. So we rolled just off 1 of 3 front, 4 to 5, 6 flanks. So I rolled a 4, I think. So they charged in the flank. The Dark Riders successfully charged the Doomdiver catapult as well, because they were within 5 inch as well. So they didn't have to roll because the horses alone went 9 inches. The Hydra moved towards the Night Goblins, thus forcing them to unleash their 2 fanatics. One of them went a little bit short, is here positioned in front of the Hydra, whereas the second, I think, moved 10 inches towards the Corsairs and managed to wipe out 5 of
One
them
rank.
in total. The Sorcerers
Left the
unit and moved 2 inches back. And we rolled already for the magic phase. I rolled 11, so I got 11 dice and Marcus got 6 dice. None of us were able to channel. Okay. In the magic phase, the sorcerers once again try the with 6 dice the Storm of Blades against this unit this time.
A larger one, yeah.
Okay, it's cast.
With ultimate force, so
Total
it's
energy.
no use trying to dispel it.
So maybe it was a good decision to remove from the unit sorcerers. Okay, so what happens? Every model in the target unit have to roll their weapon skill test. Otherwise, the receiver.
So they only survive on rolls of 1 or 2 because they've only got weapon skill 2. Okay. There are no special creatures inside. Here's my battle standard bearer, and here's the wizard.
27.
Maybe
so
the champion.
Rolls.
Okay. So let's do 10 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Okay, 1 or 2 they will survive.
So 1 survive, 2 survive, 3 survive.
Okay, so 7 are dead.
And the second.
So 6 more dead.
And 7 more dice. 1, 2, 3.
It's a really devastating power.
It was awesome luck for you, because you should at least, I think, rolled double 5s and stuff like that in 3 magic phases after another, and 1, so another 6. Okay, It's a horrible result. It's another panic test.
And
for my
they
unit.
receive another
Okay.
2d6 hits because of the 2 sixes.
Mm-hmm.
So another 7 hits. With a strength of 1, so
on sixes.
on 6s. So 3 more dead.
So
Okay,
now it's time for my panic test.
Perform your panic test.
1 and 5 is okay.
Yeah, 6. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then the interesting part for me, because they
But you can.
total energy, so I have to.
But you can survive
with
strength
plus
10 last without any problems.
Okay, I've got 5. That it's a catastrophic explosion.
It's maybe strength 10 hit.
I have to place the 3-inch template over the sorceress, and every model underneath the template receives a strength 10 hit.
I think it's only
And
your dark shot, maybe.
Dice amount is reduced by 1d6, so I can't cast any more psychic powers this turn, magic powers. So we have to place the.
And strengths.
Okay, the sorceress gets.
Maybe you roll 2 ones on strength
The
toughness.
sorceress, no. Okay, so 1 wound.
Mm-hmm.
For the sorceress, I think this guy is also inside.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. But it's the only one.
No.
And he is.
So, the first victory points for me.
Yeah, it was. If you compare it, I almost wiped out the complete Night Goblin regiments. I think it was quite successful. Okay, I received 1 wound, but.
No. But a
Okay.
single dark shot doesn't matter.
On to the.
Shooting phase.
Oh, I think there is no shooting because my dark shots are wiped out at the moment.
So we've
And my
only
dark
got
riders are in close
the
combat.
2 close combats left. Okay, so let's try.
The only shooting I can do is with my Hydra with the flame attack. And I can use it. And I think it's 4 more goblins and a fanatic. Because I think I will use it because maybe they're soon dead, the Hydra, because of the fanatic. So okay, I got a strength of 4 against the 4 Night Goblins.
Yep.
They have a toughness of 3,
3.
so 3 is the wound. So 2 more down. And against the fanatic.
Yeah.
Also toughness 3.
I think it's the same. Going to look it up.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, he's also dead.
Okay.
Okay, that was quite successful magic and shooting phase. And now on to the
Close combats.
close combats, starting with the cold ones. What do the Jared have for initiative?
I've got initiatives of 2 and 3, so I go last, I think.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, my cold ones have initiative 2, but
so your riders
knights,
go
of
first.
course, have always strikes first and have initiative of 6 as well. Okay, so there are only 2 left. They have 2 attacks.
Yep.
Oh no, they have a champion as well, so they have 3
Okay.
attacks in total. Weapon skill 5, meaning
Against my
hitting
weapon.
on 3s. So
3 hits.
3 hits.
On toughness 4.
Toughness 4 meaning 2s to wound, I
Yeah.
think, with the lances and the charging round. Yeah, both 3 wounds.
And you've got strength
6.
so there's no save left. I think it's dead because it says it has an armor save of 5+.
Okay.
But 5+ is reduced.
Then I do reform my unit.
Yeah.
Facing them towards your army commander. Okay, then the Dark Riders. They have a weapon skill of 4.
I think they are
Goblins.
far superior to my goblins. So you've got 5 attacks.
What?
And I've got weapon skill 2.
Okay, they hit
Yeah,
all of them.
all of them hit.
All of them hit, and they have a range of 3 only.
Yeah.
With toughness 3 force to wound.
Okay.
So 1
Mhm.
wound.
So I'm down to 1 wound in total because I've already had a wound and now I can strike back.
But the horses first, I think.
Okay.
They finished at 4.
Yeah.
So 4 horses with weapon skill of 3 versus
My 2.
2, meaning 3s to wound. So 3 hits from the horses.
Mhm.
They have a range of 3 as well. So
And I've got toughness 3. It's another force.
the horses
1.
win the game.
Yeah.
They wipe out the.
Yeah.
Don't
They
they
don't
catapult?
have any armor, so they're gone.
Okay, they reform.
Mhm.
At least that the army commander can't charge into flank.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a quite successful round. Despite the 1 wound which I received from the sorcerers, but I wiped a lot of night goblins, killed the chariot and the doom diver.
No, I think I can't win it. The only thing would be, no, not even if you kill yourself next time with your psychic powers, because it's only 1 model.
Okay, let's go on to the 5th round of the game.
That's the end of my 5th movement phase. As you can see, my fanatic moved around 2 inches in the wrong direction, otherwise he could have caused some more deaths or inflicted more wounds onto the Corsairs. The remaining 3 out of my 26 or so Night Goblin regiment moved backwards the full 4 inches and they stepped back a single or 2 inches. Whereas my army commander charged the new formed regiment. This time I was lucky. In the magic phase I rolled 2 5s and I used the itchy stuff which reduces the movement onto Alex Corsairs and rolled a 6. So technically they haven't got any movement, or just movement 1 left. And I used the second spell, the one which forces regiment or unit within 24 inches to reroll 6s for 2 hits and 2 wound and successful armor saves. First I thought about using it on the Hydra, but then I thought, okay, let's use it on the Dark Riders. Okay, and that's the only thing left I can do in my 5th turn. Okay, so where shall we roll our dice and position our camera? I think you might go first because I've only got initiative for 4 and my spider as well. So
Okay.
technically your 5 riders are first.
I have a weapon skill of 4,
Yeah, I've got a weapon skill of 5.
so hitting on 4s. But because they're
No, if I've got 5, I think.
hitting on 4s.
Okay.
But what do you have for initiative value?
I've got 4.
For, I don't know, maybe I can re-roll the dice because I have a higher initiative, or do I have to have double the amount of initiative for re-rolling? I can re-roll them because they're
Okay.
only 5. Okay, so 5 hits in
But
total.
you have to re-roll the 6 because... Oh, okay.
Okay, so 5 hits
Mhm.
with range of 3.
I've got toughness 4, so on 5s.
5s to wound, so 1 wound.
Okay, now I'm fighting with my Berserker sword in a shield. So in total I've got a 3+ armor save, followed by a 6+ talisman of preservation. Okay, let's do the 3 first, no, and the 4+, no. So I've got 1 wound. Right?
Well, that's not bad for the Dark Riders.
Mm.
I never imagined that they would be able to harm your horse. So my horses have a initiative of 4.
Mm-hmm. So
you as well? Okay, they strike
so
the same.
Yeah.
Okay, they.
Let's do your horses
but
first.
they only have a weapon skill of 3.
I've got 5.
So 4 is the wound. Okay.
2.
So 2 hits.
Versus my toughness 4.
So 5 is the wound. No, oh my god, 5.
Mm-hmm.
5 times 1. Okay, that was my attacks.
Yeah. Now I've got 5 attacks because of the rage, because of my frenzy, because of my berserker sword.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 attacks with weapon skill 5.
Versus 4 3s to hit. Okay, 4 hits.
And I've got strength 4 versus your toughness 3 is 3+.
Is to wound. Okay, 3 wounds.
Yeah, with a -1.
Okay, for light armor and shield, meaning I have a 5 plus, so 4
plus
times 6
you've got
plus.
forces, so you've got 4+.
Okay, 5.
Reduced to 5
4
plus.
times.
No, 3. 3 on 5s. Okay, 2 wounds. And before the stomp attack, we've got the attacks from my spider. The spider has got 3 attacks, and these are poison attacks.
Oh my god.
I've got a weapon skill of 3, so I only hit on 4s. No, none of them, that's bad. And I've got a stomp, which automatically hits at a strength of 4.
3.
But this time, but this time it's no.
Armor save possible?
No, it's just -1, but it's no poison. Just a normal stomp. Okay, another one.
Okay, I lost the combat. You killed 3.
Yeah.
You charged.
Mm-hmm.
And I killed 1. So I
Mhm.
lost the combat by 3. I have a moral leadership of 8, so minus 3 5s.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stay in combat. Quite nice.
But I don't know if it's lucky for them
No, it's good.
to stay in
It's
combat.
good because if they run away, they will be off table, of course.
Yeah, but I probably have pursued them. Okay, so that's the end of my 5th turn.
That's the end of the 5th turn of the Dark Elves. My sorcerers went towards the fence, and we can say what happens at the magic phase. To be honest, nothing. Only 3 dice were received by either side, I think, or you've got 2.
I channeled.
Channeled, exactly as it says.
Mhm.
And so you dispelled my spell. The coursers can't move because of the enemy spell. The Hydra marched towards the corner to face the remaining goblins. The cold ones marched behind the tower and
They triggered the last
and
fanatic
triggered last fanatic, but
of my second Night Goblin squad. Fell short,
Celtic,
luckily.
was unsuccessful to reach the cold ones, and the close combat, as expected, went worse for the Dark Riders. They were
No,
completely
but you did
slaughtered.
1 more wound.
But were able to.
So if
cause
you
one
get
more
me
wound.
with your cold ones in the last turn, in your turn 6 maybe, it's enough.
Yeah, and that's the end of my 5th turn, and now on to the last turn of the battle, starting with the Goblin Force.
Okay, I'm back with my final 6th movement turn. As you can see, my army commander joined the regiment, the 2nd regiment of the Night Goblins, the by now larger one, which has stepped back a little. The fierce Night Goblins remained where they were, now facing a terror test probably. And as for, there was no shooting, but in the magic phase, I rolled 2 and 3. I used the first 3 dice to try the itchy stuff in order to reduce the movement of an enemy unit by d6 on the Knights on Cold Ones, but Alex successfully dispelled it, whereas my remaining dice and the mushroom dice was spent on the number 4 in my book, and it was successfully, so by now they will have to re-roll 6s. There are 6 rolls of 6 when they hit or wound or when they do their armor saves. Okay, and I think that's the end of my final turn.
Okay guys, that's the final turn of the game. My sorcerers remain stationary, and in a magic phase they can't cast any spells because, as you see later, both units were in close combat. The Corsairs move forwards in order to get away if there was probably a miscast from my sorcerers. The Hydra successfully charged the 3 remaining goblins and evaporated them completely and continued their drive towards the Alpha Goblin unit. The 2 remaining cold ones successfully charged the unit as well. And now we are in the final close combat. The 2 riders attack the army commander with their lances.
Yeah.
They have a weapon skill of 4.
I've got 5, so they'll hit on 4s.
Hit on 4s. I can re-roll.
And you have to re-roll the 6.
Okay, no. So 1 hit.
And you've got strength toughness of
It's minus
6
1 because
versus...
they're netted.
Yeah, so it's 5 versus 4.
Yeah.
So, and now I've got a 3+ minus 2 is 5+ save. Otherwise he's dead. And he's got a 4+ talisman of preservation. Yep. Which he succeeded in doing.
Then the 2 horses attack as well.
Yeah. But I think it's simultaneously with me.
Hitting on 4s, so both hit. And wounding on
5s maybe.
5s maybe. Yeah, 1.
1. So it's strength
3+.
3. So I've got a 3+.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Now lots of people will strike back. First of all, we've got 1, 2 of them onto them. They'll hit. They've only got a weapon skill. All of them have got 2.
You have to
so
pass the fear test first.
Okay, but it's on the army commander and
fear as well. No.
the spider causes fear or terror.
That's,
So,
but the normal goblins have to take a fear test.
Although they're included. Okay, let's roll. Once, yeah.
Okay.
And I've got the 2 normal ones on 4s. 1 strength 3 with this spear is on a 4. No. So now on we go. My goblin boss will use his berserker sword, so it's another case of +1. 5 attacks instead of 4. Hitting only 2 times, I think.
What has he for a weapon skill?
It's weapon skill 5.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah? So 2s are not enough. 2 hits. And strength 4 versus toughness 3 is on 3s. Both of them. And it's -1. So you've got probably 1 won't be enough. And you have to reroll the 6. Oh no, my spell. Does my spell work any longer or doesn't it? No, I think you dispelled it in your magic phase. Because you said... Yeah. So, okay, now I've got my Gigantular, as it's called in German version of our army book. It's got weapon skill 3 and 3 attacks which are poisonous. Weapon skill 3, so I think it's on 4+, but I've got a 6, so this is probably poison.
Yeah, armor holds.
So, and then I've got a stomp attack. Auto hit, strength 4 versus your toughness somewhat is 3+. Yep.
Yeah.
And you can't roll, I think you can't do normal armor saves against stomp attacks, I'm not sure.
Okay,
Would it be okay on a 3 with -1?
They have a heavy armor.
Okay,
shield.
5+, 4+.
And they have heavy scales, meaning
Okay.
+2.
So it would be 2+ normally. So let's look it up.
Gaul niedertrampeln.
Mhm.
Okay, you got one automatically hit.
Mhm. I'm not sure it's
But I think I can perform a
Frankly.
normal armor save against it.
okay.
Oh.
So that's it. Okay, now one guy survived, and this was probably the end. We'll count victory
I
points.
think the combat result is equal because I charge, you killed one.
Probably don't know.
You have no range left.
I've got the battle standard bureau and the
Understand,
normal
okay,
standard.
One by one.
Okay,
The combat
then just roll for fun, but it won't.
pass. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and that's it.
Okay, great game for my birthday.
Yeah, I think I have to congratulate you without calculating victory points because I've only got one general left. Yeah, worth 192 points, and the larger squad, which are 206. So we've got around 400, 398 plus the battle standard bearer and the shaman. So 398 plus 85 or 470 somewhat, and the Night Goblin Gorbos is another 63, so I've got about 530 points left. But that's probably less.
I've about,
Yeah.
I think, 500 points left. Okay. I
Bye.
hope you enjoyed the game. As ever,
We nearly forgot one thing. You have to tell our audience which new army you added.
one moment, please. Maybe I pick up one model which I already
Okay,
painted.
we'll be back soon. Okay, and Alex has already painted one of them. Here it is, our 11th army. I assume you'll have the rest of your 1000 points painted by the end of next week.
I assume not, but yeah, the lizard men are in the game now. And I think we try to play some kind of escalation campaign, maybe starting with 500 points. So it's in a foreseeable future I'm able to paint this army, and we add maybe 100, 200 points and up to 1000 points. Okay, feel free to comment if you make any mistakes during the game, as ever. We're very grateful for your comments, and catch you next time. Bye!
Thanks for watching.